Okay, you know what that means? We're seeing the signal. It's
Josh
behind the
telling us-
camera again. There you go. You get when you see like that, Josh, the voice of Spirit Cars, and Bob, Bondo Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, Bondo, and I'm B. And this is Trinity Street Rods. It's about the experience.
That's right.
This is our bench racing. We ain't got nothing to race around with though. So we're like about ready.
We're ready to start moving in. In 7 days here. I've got probably about 10 committed.
Well, you were hunkered down while it was raining last week. I've got 2 cars here,
Yeah.
and you got some good ones coming in though.
Yeah, I got ones that guys really don't want to get wet and the underside of them wet and muddy.
Well,
and
we're cleaning up. We got we're actually doing. We got detail.
that's what I hear.
So we got Silas is over there. Hi, Silas. Hey, wave over here. He's over there. He's gonna be our detailer. So we opened a detail shop. He brought a herd of Corona with him, so he's herding them up right now. So he's got his mask on. But we'll get them taken care of. They'll all be swept out. You know what? I heard that the whole Corona thing gonna be over tomorrow.
Man, not quite tomorrow.
No,
but
it'd be maybe Wednesday.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
But it's I'm excited. So we've set up a couple areas. This is going to be our bench racing. Oh, we ain't got nothing to bench race today, and we got a little area over there. It's going to be for like a product preview. So we'll do that. And then I brought my desk down. So if I got to get serious behind the desk, you know, when you get a lecture or something, I'll get behind the desk and I'll actually act like I know what I'm doing. I'm the boss. So I got to tell this story. We're putting a team together. We're both putting our teams together. But I'm putting my team together. I'm going to run the rod shop. You almost were going to run the rod shop, but now I'm running the rod shop. So, but we're both part of Trinity Street Rods.
Right.
We got lots of room. You can kind of see over there on that side. There's going to be some glass in the windows, and we got a door there, and so all the rod building will be over there. And we're doing that. I've got a guy coming up from Florida going to drop his car off for us to work on, and actually I've got someone coming from Oklahoma to drop a '73 Z28. Mike Zimmerman he wants us to have that sold. Okay. Nice car. So he's coming this week, gonna check on his car. So that's gonna happen over there. We're putting our team together for that. And so I'm gonna tell the story. Jesse, he pre-interviewed a girl. I'm like, it's a girl. The girls can't build hot rods. I mean, that's just my sexist kind of, what do they call it, misogynistic, sexist, whatever it is. You get a, so she interviewed really well, and I had to say, look, you know, I'll give you a chance. But normally when I shake hands with somebody, if they got working hands, you know they got working hands, and that's kind of a giveaway from. That's just kind of one of my things. So
did she hurt your hand when she shook it?
no. When she left, the last thing she tells me when she leaves, you got soft hands. I'm like, no, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got it dirty at least, but so Jesse keeps telling me if I'm working, I ain't making money, so he's wanting me in the office more and paying attention to the big picture. So I guess we got to pay attention to corporate once in a while. So we just. I know, it's good. So let's just go show what little we got. But starting next week, we're gonna have some stuff coming in.
We're gonna have some cars coming
We'll do
in.
videos of the cars coming up. We've got all the. I mean, David's car got started today. The break-in's done. We got Tweety going on. We got a lot of things. We'll keep following up on that. That'll happen during the week here. Gilligan, Gilligan was working with us for a while. He was doing the camera, but he had a parole plan and he's fixing to go home. So that's a good thing. And John, who's been with us, he's going to come back. He's going home for 30 days on a parole plan and coming back. And other than that, let's just kind of walk around a little bit. This here's an old tea bucket. I think it's a Spirit body. Charlie passed away a while ago. Charlie was a solid guy. So Sue had a couple cars and she needs to sell it. He did this top and it's kind of the first version of our top. You can kind of see how this is squared here. He let me use this top to build a mold off of, and we'll show you our top on that one. Kind of rounded here a little bit. So Silas, he's cleaning it up. It's just like a home build, but it's a pretty nice car. Why don't you go around it real quick? I think we're gonna ask 14.5 for it. We're going through it. We went through and made sure the transmission wasn't leaking or anything. I'll drive it again to make sure. You're gonna have her all cleaned up and spiffy here today, right?
And now we're just removing all dirt.
We're just getting all the dirt off now, and then we'll polish it up and clean it up a little bit. So that's kind of how we're gonna take them. If we're gonna take a car to sell, I mean, it's gotta be a realistic price.
Right.
That'll be the key. I mean, if we can get nice cars, and the better the car, the better. And we'll go through them a little bit and make sure, I mean, the key, I think, to selling a car is call it the way it is.
That's right.
I mean, let's not pretend it's something it's not. If it needs something, we'll either fix it or we'll identify it and make sure, because if you're watching this video, you could be watching this video and I know we got guys down in Puerto Rico, we got guys all over the country, all over the
Well, I've
world.
sold a lot of Tri-Chevys to a gentleman out in Australia that
Yeah,
owns a
Australia.
machine shop.
Big market there. So, I mean, there's got to be a trust level, so that's going to be the issue. We're going to have to do good videos, kind of go through them, drive them, and so if you got a car that you want to sell, there's a couple outfits that do that already.
There's quite a few that
Is there?
do it. And a lot of them charge $40-$45 a month just for your car to sit in there. We're not gonna
No, we're
charge.
going to do that. We're
No.
just going to,
We're gonna charge a percentage of the selling
Mm-hmm.
fee on it, just like they would at an auction. And, If-
we'll work the entire sale.
right,
We'll get the customer, so if you want to drop your car off, we'll go over it, and you got a whole procedure for bringing the car in to make
Exactly.
sure. And then we're going to pre-qualify people. I mean, we just can't come in and go, oh, let me try that one, let me drive this
Right.
one around, let me do,
right.
because,
Yeah, nobody will be in just test driving because it's a neat car and they wanna go for a drive.
Yeah.
They gotta almost show the money, which you know the people that are
Well, yeah,
serious.
yeah.
So,
so that's part of what we're going to do over here. We got a place to really put a lot of cool stuff.
yeah, we
You're going
do.
to bring some of your cool stuff down?
Right,
I'm starting to set some of my stuff up. This is one that's fixing to go, getting ready to leave. And you can kind of tell the difference. This is like, that's probably a 14.5 car, I think, somewhere in there. This is, what is this car? This is a 28 car, 28,000?
32.
32,000? Yeah, depending on what chrome you got. This one's not for sale though. This
Right.
one's fixing to go home. This one here, it's a little bit, we'll finish up with this. Guy named Mike started the project. It's, he bought a car and brought it to us, and it was just rough. And I think I looked at it and I was like, well, we can use, I think we used his rear end. I think we used his front end, and he had a motor. But other than that, we built everything else. And then he just,
we used his bed.
Oh, and this is his bed, okay. We made the bed cover for it. So we put the bed on our body, it's got our insert, had some parts and pieces, got the motor in, trans is in, radiator went through, it's got a Spirit chassis. It's got, I mean, it's ready to finish out.
was this a crate motor?
Do you know,
You
what do we
know-
know about the motor?
It was new. Transmission was rebuilt.
Okay.
So do we have a price? Do we know what we need for this? So this is a project that needs to be finished. It was moving ahead and he passed away, so his widow is having us, unfortunately.
Well, it'll be a new car when it comes out.
It'll be a new car when it's come. We've taken it this far and paid attention to what we didn't just, when he brought it in, sometimes you buy them cars, it's just such a deal, it ain't such a deal.
Right.
So we took the parts that were good, used them to create what we've got sitting here. So anyway, we'll get a price on this, and then what do you got coming in?
I've got 267 Chevelles, two-door hard tops. Got a 41 Willys Gasser, 40 Chevy Street Rod Coupe, Model A Extended Cab Street Rod Coupe that is all new, 68 Camaro, that's nice car, big block car, 74 Nova that Barrett Jackson appraised it at $90,000 a few years ago when the guy bought it. And then 80s Mercedes. The
Yeah,
guy,
the 80s 450 SL.
yes. And he liked it because of that girl, country singer. She's a 90s girls want an 80s Mercedes or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna have some nice cars coming in.
The 73 Camaro Z is coming in.
Yes.
I know that. And there's something else. Old Fast Eddie may bring his Nova. He's got an SS Nova.
Yes.
He may bring down.
Well, once people know, when they see this video and then when they see the cars in here next week, then they'll know we're serious. And
Oh, I didn't tell you, but I think we're, the club that's, it's not a club, but the group that meets once a month in Mountain Home, I think that we're gonna open this up once a month for them. Maybe on a Saturday. So we'll have a big cruise here once a month.
okay.
And I got my hot dog stand, see that?
Yeah.
I may get it fired up. We may just, on a Saturday afternoon, get the hot dog thing going. Well, we're in serious times. We're time for trigger time. There ain't any too many more trigger times coming up.
Yeah.
So we're there.
Yep.
Man, I have said for years and years and years, God would have saved Sodom and Gomorrah for 10. How many will it take for America? We have become a nation that is just like, oh my goodness,
2020 is going to go down in history books.
as something or another. So I just got a little word for today. And it really doesn't matter how it goes, because my kingdom is not this one. I'm just a sojourner here. And but I do I do love my country.
Yes.
And God wants to bless us. He wants to bless us. I don't know why we keep him from doing that, but he wants to bless us. So in Romans 13, let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those that exist have been instituted by God. Therefore, he who resists the authorities resists what God has appointed, and those who resist will incur judgment. For rulers are not a terror to good conduct, but to bad. Would you have no fear of him who is in authority? Then do what is good, and you will receive his approval. For he is God's servant for your good. But if you do wrong, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain. He is the servant of God to execute his wrath on the wrongdoer. I'll just keep going. Therefore, one must be subject not only to avoid God's wrath, but also for the sake of conscience. For the same reason, you also pay taxes, for the authorities are ministers of God, attending to this very thing. Pay all of them their dues, taxes to whom taxes are due, revenue to whom revenue is due, respect to whom respect is due, and honor due to whom honor is due. Owe no one anything except to love one another. For he who loves his neighbor has fulfilled the law. So, bottom line is, God's got it under control. And he's going to give us what we deserve. I just thank God. We all deserve hell. And there's only one that's paid a price that could do it, and that was Jesus Christ, that paid a price that I couldn't, for a way of escape from that, what we deserve. So if you think you deserve anything, you deserve hell. But thank God we are children of the King, and we have a place that's way better than this one. Don't forget to vote tomorrow. The heart
Very
and soul,
important.
the heart and soul of the nation is at stake this time around. We'll see you later. This is getting exciting. This is getting exciting in spirit, and it's exciting at Trinity Street Rods.
Yep.
Till tomorrow.